Morning. Happy Monday. So, I'm just going to assume that we're going. Not going to kind of wait for Facebook's shenanigans. So, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're ready for your week. I'm excited for whatever you have in store for yourself. I want to get right to the topic today, which is reflective of my post on Friday. If you didn't see that, just, my boys and my brother and, we're all different. We all have different things, different issues, each one of us as individuals. And really, that post was just about reflective of my gratitude of how far we have come with each other. My boys are 22 and soon to be 21, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Where they're at, my brother is 4 years younger than me, so he's 42, and he's just amazing. If you haven't heard me go on and on about my brother before, he's literally living the dream. He lives in Thailand, he's traveling right now, he's in El Salvador, he's going to Honduras. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. He's a big Bitcoin guy, but really has harnessed this life of what we talk about all the time, which is being free to just be exactly who you are without restraint, without holding back, and not entertaining toxic relationships. And all of us used to, I really will say at this point in the game, I really don't entertain. I navigate now. I've learned to navigate and keep my self-preservation and how important that is for my energy, especially for what I do in my work. I have to preserve that in order to give my clients the best value, right? To provide the best help, right? You can't really help somebody if you're falling apart yourself, right? Internally. And so that photo is like, man, all smiles and everything. And it was such a monumental moment to have everybody home at the same time. Fluke because of all the traveling, and my boys they're adults now. They're men. And so grateful for that. And what I want to get to in that is it was always that way. Okay. So, and also, even if you don't have kids, bear with me here, because two reasons. Okay. And I always feel this is really important to speak to, because I've been a mother my whole life. I feel like I was born being a mother, right? From being the oldest of four, taking care of kids, when my mother was out of commission, and then into, 18 and children began, 18 years old for me. But even if you don't have kids, I promise you two things, okay? Number one, you relate to this stuff because you were a kid, because you grew up, okay, in your own environments and, dealt with your own life journey as a child, as a teenager, young adult, and on into adulthood, obviously. So for that reason, okay, this is healing for you. The other reason is, I don't care what walk of life you come from, there is always somebody who is watching you. Always somebody who is looking up to you, okay, as a younger version. Even if it's not age younger, they are looking to you as in the lifeline kind of you can call it the karmic lifeline, right? Somebody who's less experienced in life events, they are looking to you. So I'll just share with you, the whole premise of, your friends being the worst solution to when we have all these issues. So personal experience, right, with my own kids, as things started happening in their life, I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I would go to the gym and I would talk to my girlfriends about it, right? Which, some have kids and some don't, and some offer suggestions, and some kind of rag in my corner, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that to you, right? So here's the thing, as good of as intentions as your friends have to help you, they have their own traumas, okay? Their own unhealed traumas and their own life experiences as that kid, that child who grew up and experienced different things, right? And it's just the fact that we collect, our brains are archives of lifetimes of negative experiences. So even your friends who have the best of intentions, I'm going to say 99% of the time, they're ill-equipped to help you without bias, to help you without judgment, and also because it's not their life work. It's not what they do, right? A gym owner who hasn't gone through deep healing work or how to help people with deep healing work is not going to be the best person to help you with your deep healing work, right? In relationships. Or an insurance person, unless they've gone through, right, their own deep healing work, or they do it, they're not going to. Why, do you go to an insurance person for brain surgery? No, of course not, right? But it's so funny how easy we make that distinction. No, of course not. But when it comes to you working on your heart, we take that for granted, right? Somehow it has less value. Why would we, and we tend to not seek out an expert. Instead, we seek out the low-hanging fruit, which are our friends, right? Our cheerleaders, our best supporters. So all that to be said, it's great that your friends are there to support you and help you, but understand what's happening is they can only give you feedback based on their own life experiences. That is all they know. Or they'll give you feedback based on, what they heard about their cousin John doing with his wife Kim, right? And these things worked or they didn't work for them. So unless they're a professional, they really can't guide you. Now the other part of that is they're bringing to you their own unhealed traumas, okay? And that's kind of being sprinkled in to the help, we'll call it, that they're trying to provide you. Now, unintentionally, right? Unintentionally, because, I remember being there before I did this work. I remember, helping and trying to help my friends through things that really looking back, I wish then, right, that I had the resources to refer people to, like what we do here. That's all changed and different now, but because I was ill-equipped, and I did. And I think the first step of that is really taking accountability. I did, prior to my work, right? I did totally put up my past traumas on other people, of course, without realizing it, So just know, if you're having issues, if you are having relationship issues, whether that is with yourself or with your loved ones, with your children, with your parents, with people at work, right? All relationship issues at any level, you want to seek out real help. So you're welcome to, I would invite you to, you're welcome to set up a call with me, and we can kind of look at that and what that means for you and kind of next steps where to go on an expert level. And it may be like a non-factor thing. You may be like, okay, I just want to ask some questions and I'm sure I don't need expert help. I'm good. I'll be fine. That may be the case, which awesome. But if it's not, if you want to explore it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So, all right, hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you soon.